going to take a look at dimensional analysis, which is 25 in your notebook. If you haven't done so already, please put that page number on, remembering that your your 3-ring binder will be checked next time in class while you're taking the test. Okay, so at the top of your page, we have included some conversion factors or equality statements. We all know that 1 dozen equals 12. But most of us don't really make conversions between inches and centimeters, etc. Now on your test, you will have a table just like this. We're going to use it today for this assignment. I would like you to box it so that you have it nice and visible for yourself as we work through these problems. I do believe that last time in class, we introduced dimensional analysis and we talked about drawing the track, correct?
What track?
No. Well, we'll review.
I know about the dozens.
So, one of the first steps in making conversions, unit conversions, is to draw what we call a track. And the track will look just like this. Now, I know many of you can make these conversions without drawing the track. However, we will be doing this all school year, and it'll be important for you to be able to use this formula or this system to solve these problems, and we'll be looking for it on the tests and quizzes that you take.
So we need you to do it using only tracks. Is that clear?
What are tracks?
I'm going over it. As I speak, we're reviewing. So let's look at problem number 1. We're asked to convert 19.9 pounds to ounces. Now, when you get a problem like that and you've been provided with the conversions, we're going to go up and find that relationship. What is the relationship between pounds and ounces? All right, so let's talk about how to use the track. The first step you want to do is put the given amount in the top left of the track. So what am I going to put in the top left of my track?
The given amount.
Which is?
19.9.
All right, so I'd like you to go ahead and do that, and remembering to include the unit. Include the unit. So the top left, 19.9 pounds. Okay? So if I'm in pounds, I need to cancel out of pounds in order to arrive at ounces. To do that, I'm going to bring down pounds, the unit of pounds, and I want ounces, so I'm going to put the ounces on the top. And my abbreviation for ounces is OZ. Maybe people use a different abbreviation. Okay, now this is going to be at first a little uncomfortable because you are used to putting a number, some sort of value, in the denominator here. So we're going to leave it blank. Just hang with us. It'll make sense as we move forward. Okay? Always leave this blank. Now we're going to go up to our conversion factors and find the relationship between pounds and ounces. And here it is. All right? So now I'm going to ask for some help. Ali.
Which one?
If it's Ali Z, I'll say Ali Z. Okay? So pounds and ounces. What is the relationship?
16 ounces equals.
All right. So I'm going to put 16 here and 1 here. Does everybody see why I did that? Okay? I would like you to do that as well as we move through these problems. And unfortunately, some of us may not have calculators, but probably today it's okay to use cell phones. We've never used them during a test or quiz.
I don't have a phone.
All right, if you need one, raise your hand and we'll get one to you. Our next step is to cancel like units. What units cancel? Pounds. So let's cancel. And now let's revisit the setup. make sure that we have set it up so that we remain in the desired unit. What is our desired unit? Ounces. And I see that we are. It's the last step, so we're ready to solve. Remember, when two numbers are side by side, what do? Multiply. So in your calculators now, let's put 19.9 times 16.
318.4.
Wait, what are we doing?
All right, so I'm going to move it up here. So it's 300. Whoops. Would you read that answer out to me again, Ali?
What was it? 318.4.
318.4 ounces. Okay, now, folks, I need to remember sig figs, right?
Slow down.
When you do dimensional analysis, the number of sig figs will be determined by the given amount. So I'm going to go over here. How many sig figs do I have? 3. Therefore, my answer can only have 3 sig figs, correct? So here are my 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stop there. How would I round that number?
Wow.
How would I record that value?
318.0. Oh, no.
318 ounces. That would be your final answer. Rounded to the correct number of sig figs and recorded with the correct unit. Yes, Brooke?
This is a calculated number. Only when you take readings off of something, when you're measuring it in a lab, you put an estimated digit, not for calculated digits.
I have a question. What
Yes.
if we had on 19.90?
19.90 will make it 4 sig figs, then the final answer will be 318.4. I mean, 4 sig figs. Said that right there.
All right, I like questions. That's great. So let's move on. If you guys are comfortable, let's move on to the next problem. Our next problem, and by the way, I didn't stress this early on, we want you to underline, just as Ms.Geeta did when we went over the density problems, we want you to underline your values, your variables, and label them if necessary. So here we're asked to convert 70.5 grams of iron to moles of iron. Okay? Mole. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So what is my first step? Jericho, what's the first thing I'm going to do? Yes, make the cross thing or draw the track. Okay? Very nice. So now that we've done that, Emily, what goes in the top left? Excellent. 70.5 grams. If I'm in grams, how will I get out of grams? Chen, what would I do? Which
Bring down.
unit will I use?
1 mole of iron.
She said grams.
Okay, I'm going to bring down the gram, and then I want moles, so moles will go on the top. Thank you, Chen. And we abbreviate moles by MOL. Kind of a silly thing, but later it'll make sense. Yes, Brooke? A mole is a unit of measurement that we use in chemistry. So we're going to move on and take a look at our conversion factors. We're working with iron. Does anybody see the relationship between grams of iron and moles of iron?
55.85.
All right, so what am I going to put down in the denominator?
Let's look at the conversion. Match the units and the numbers. Please match. Before grams, that number should be there. What is that number before grams? 55.85.
All right, what goes in front of mole? 1. All right, does everybody see where I found that? My abbreviation for iron off the periodic table is just Fe. Now, my next step is to do what with the units that are the same? Cancel like units. You with me, Gigi? Okay. The next step, we're left in moles of iron. Yes, ma'am.
5.85 on the bottom.
Okay, because I'm matching the units. Up here, it tells me that there are 55.85 grams in 1 mole of iron. Okay?
And matching the number in the unit, all right?
Then the next step, what operation would I perform? I would multiply across, right? And then divide. So go ahead and do that, and I'm going to ask Perry, would you tell us the answer you get?
Yes.
I hope everybody's calculating this.
Okay, I got 1.226.
1.226.
No, I got 1.26.
All right, 1.26. Ali, shouldn't be talking. And what's my unit here?
Mole.
Mole. Moles of iron. Okay? And did we look at sig figs correctly?
No. Yes.
Well, when I look at the given amount, I see that here I have 3 sig figs. So my answer must have 3 sig figs, which it does.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's move on and work with some measurements of distance or length. Here we are asked to convert 20.6 meters into what?
Feet.
Feet. All right? So again, we're going to draw the track, the thingy, the cross thing.
The thing.
What goes in the top left? Montana, what goes in the top left? Pardon?
No, what's given to
What's
us?
my given amount?
What is your given amount?
Problem 3. All right, so I'm going to write 20.6 meters. Okay, are we all set? All clear on that? If I'm in meters, what will I bring down to cancel out?
Meters.
Meters. What do I want?
Feet.
Feet. So I put feet on top. Is everybody comfortable with that step?
Anybody not following that step?
Now we're going to go back up to the box and see what is the relationship between meters and feet.
1 meter equals 3.28 feet.
Exactly. So here we have it. So we're going to go back to our problem.
And I'm going to have Christian help you.
Christian, help us out.
All right?
What will go down in the denominator?
If you look at that, very good.
And what goes in the numerator?
3.28, very good.
All right.
And then what do you do next, Christian? What unit should you cancel out?
Meters.
All right, cancel out meters. Now, what is my next step, Christian? I have 20.6 and 3.828. What do you do with those two numbers? Multiply.
So
Be confident in
everybody
what
at your seat, multiply those out. I'm going to have someone volunteer.
you
Do
say.
you have an answer? Absolutely.
20.6 times 3.28.
67.56.
And what is the unit?
Okay, now, have I attended to sig figs?
Let's look at 20.6.
How many sig figs over here?
3.
1, 2, 3. I must have 3. 1, 2, 3.
So how will you round that?
67.6.
0.6 feet.
Awesome. You guys rock. That's excellent work.
Anybody else who thinks they're a little shaky and you can help us? All right.
Oh, no.
Sophia will do the next problem with you, Ms. McGrain.
Okay, Sophia. My first step always is to... What's your
Sophia, what's my first step?
She's on her phone.
Don't we draw the...
Don't you want to? Come on, let's do it together. Come on.
I'd rather not be
Okay, she doesn't want to go.
Can I try?
I'll do it.
Well, Ollie, you have participated widely today.
No.
I
Who
want
feels a
everybody.
little shaky and wants to feel a little? All right, Ms. McGinn, Polly says he's shaky, let's have a
All
look.
right. So first, let's underline and look at what we're solving for. 3.0 moles of sulfur need to be converted into grams of sulfur. All right. So Ollie, top left, what goes there?
Here's our track of
Mm-hmm.
moles.
What moles?
3.0 moles.
All right. And what goes down in my denominator now? Moles. And what unit goes in the grams?
Justin, are you following along and writing it down?
Okay. Do we know off the top what the relationship is?
Yes.
Between, do we? What is it?
Where is-
It's 1 to 3 2.07.
All
He's
right.
gone up to the
So he
top.
went up to the top and he found the relationship, which is 1 to 32.07. It's like a ratio, right guys? So in my denominator, what do I put? 1. And what goes in my numerator? 32.07. I hope that as I do this, everyone at your seat is doing this as well. What's my next step?
You cross out the moles.
Cancel moles. I'm in grams, which is what I want. And now all I will do is what operation? Multiply.
Okay, and what's going right on the top?
Wait, why do we like?
96.27.
All right,
96.21.
96.21 grams.
Grams.
I'm gonna get 96.
Is everybody comfortable with that answer?
No.
No.
That's big deal.
It's gonna be 96.
96.
So how many sig figs?
No, it's 96. 96.
All right. So it should be
96 grams. You know what else? You.
all right. Very nice. Any questions about what we just did? Yes, sir.
Isn't a mile 5,286 feet? No.
Where did you get that?
No, but it's 86. I thought it was 86 feet.
All right.
I
Now,
really like what John asked.
okay.
John asked, so in this problem, it's going grams to moles. Is that right?
Okay.
And he's like, oh, you wrote the number down, you wrote 1 on the top. But in this problem, you're going moles to grams. And then you're writing 1 and you're writing number on the top. As long as you keep your units right and bring them down and cancel, you'll be doing the problem correctly. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Bottom left here, this place, that's left blank.
It's just blank. It's always blank.
Don't ask questions.
No, it's a good question because every year students at this point in the process will ask that very question. So I'm glad you brought it up. Okay?
Okay, I wanted to write this mnemonic here and
Okay.
so that we
Now,
have a recording of
at the
it.
top of your page, we would like you to write your mnemonic for the metric conversion. We're going to now segue into move into the prefixes that we use in chemistry. So there's a mnemonic that we use called, and it, are you with me? All right, yes, I hear it. King
Please, on
Henry
top of that page, there is very
died
little space, but right on top.
drinking
On top of that sheet.
chocolate milk. All right. Now, the X in the middle represents base units. And our base units, there are a whole rack of them. We're only going to talk about 3 today. We have, do anybody remember? Grams, meters. What about for volume?
Gallons.
Liters. No, that's what we use here in the States. Scientists don't use gallons. All right? So those are our prefixes. Now the beautiful thing about this is they are based in the powers of 10. Okay? That is the easy part. And all you have to do is move through these prefixes to determine the relationship. And I'll explain as we go along. I think I covered everything about it further. Just the basics. Ms.Geeta has a few words to share.
If I can just borrow that for a minute, we are recording Mr. Brain.
All right. Ms.Geeta.
Just a few minutes. Now, I don't know if I covered this during one of your IT classes, but I just want to make sure you know how to use this mnemonic. Say I want to know how many millimeters make a centimeter. Are you with me? So this is milli, is that right?
Yep.
And that is centi. That's just one jump. Is that right? Now, is this the smallest unit?
Yes.
And is centi the bigger unit? Am I progressively going towards the bigger unit? So I'll always put 1 before the bigger unit. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just one jump, which means it's a 10. 10 millimeters make a centimeters. Say I want to know how many milliliters makes a liter. Are you with me? So I'm moving between milli, which is here, and liter, which is here, which is the base unit. Is that right? So which is my bigger unit here? Milli or liter?
Liter.
I put 1 before liter, and how many jumps is it? 3. Each jump is a 0,
Very good.
so that's 3 jumps, which means 3 zeros. So 1000 milliliter is a liter. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
So I have one more conversion. I want to know how many grams is a kilogram.
Thousands.
Alright? So this is my gram. I'm going to a kilogram. Which is my bigger unit here? Kilogram. I put the 1 before it. Grams, 1, 2, 3. So 1 followed by how many zeros? 3 zeros. 1000 grams is 1 kilogram. Are we clear? Let's do one more. Say I want to know how many decigrams make a gram. Make a gram.
Millis.
Is that clear? Here is my deci. Here is my gram. Which is my bigger one? Which is my bigger one? Gram. So I put 1 before the gram. How many jumps?
Wow.
1 jump. So it's going to be 10 grams is a decigram. Shall we do one more?
Go for it.
Alright? So I want to know how many centimeters are in a meter. Where is my centi?
100.
That's my centi and that's my meter. Which is my bigger unit? Here is my centi, here is my meter. Which is the bigger one? So I put 1 before meter. From centi to meter, how many jumps is it?
2.
So what is it? What is my number going to be here?
100.
100 centimeters is 1 meter. Do you understand how to use this mnemonic? Is everybody comfortable with that? Alright, Ms. McGrain will now teach how to do problems on the bottom
All right.
of your sheet.
So let's look down at number 5, metric conversions. We'll start with 5A. Does everybody see where we are? Great. Alrighty. So, want to make sure everybody's with me. I hear some side conversations. So yes, we will. Wait one moment. I'm going to read the problem first. It's asking me to convert 7.5 liters to milliliters. So, John is correct. We draw our track.
I like the trick.
Our given amount goes on the top left. What is the top? What goes on the top left? Gigi. On the top left, what goes up?
Liters.
Okay. It's her. Gigi's turn to talk.
I'm sorry. One.
I got 7.
No, just help her with what goes in the top.
Oh, All right, very nice. 7.5 liters. If I, in liters, I'm going to call on Sammy.
It's
What?
not here.
Sammy's not here.
Sammy is here. What
Oh,
goes
okay.
down in the denominator?
Sam and Sam, all right.
Liters. And what goes up in the numerator? Milliliters. Well done. Okay, let's see. We need to figure out Montana. Now I'm going to look at milliliters and liters, and you want to ask yourself, which is the largest? The largest unit is always the one furthest to the left. So here we have milliliters, and we have liters. Which one is the furthest to the left? Liters. Therefore, liters gets
Wonder.
the 1.
The liters.
Now, we need to decide how many milliliters are in a liter. We can do that by just starting with the milliliter, starting with the liter and going 1, 2, 3 places. So what will my number value be on the top? Are you all with me on that? Do you see where we got that? 1, 2, 3 zeros. Are we good? What's our next step? Cancel like units, liters will cancel.
Multiply.
Then our operation will be to multiply. And I'm going to call on someone. I want everybody doing that. Let's see. Sam is not here.
He's right there.
No, that's it.
Sam,
Sanam. What did you get for the answer? 7,500. What's my unit? Milliliters. Very nice. All right. Did I attend to sig figs? Yes. We have 2 sig figs in both the beginning conversion and the final answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the next step, the next problem B would just be the reverse of what we did. Let's move down and try converting grams to kilograms. Let's move down to 5C. Can we all look at 5C? 5C, we have 356 grams, and we need to find kilograms, correct? Okay. So again, going back to the beginning of our discussion, we draw our what? Tracks. What goes in the top left, Annie? 356 grams. Thank you. And let's see, Sarah. She left?
Sarah moved to Sarah's beginning.
What? No, we have a Sarah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What unit goes down in the denominator? Oh, she's way ahead of us. She's telling us 1,000 grams. And what goes in the numerator? Excellent. Oh, she's way ahead of us. Does everyone see where we got that?
Yeah.
We all know?
Yes.
Okay. Again, I forgot my unit. But the largest unit would be a kilogram, right? Which would you rather have, a gram of gold or a kilogram of gold?
Would you rather?
Okay, so our next step would be to do what, Christian? Don't we cancel like units? And then we divide. Okay, I'd like everyone to do that. Let's see. Selma, did you get an answer?
I got 0.356.
Excellent. 0.356. And my unit? Yes, excellent. And did we attend to sig figs, folks? 3 sig figs, 3 sig figs. We're good to go. The 0 is not significant, right? It's a leading 0. Okay. Now, how do you all feel about this?
Amazing.
Amazing? I like hearing